Hey there friends, Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I have a Stampin' Show and Tell for you today, and I'm going to recreate this collage card for you. Now, this was inspired by a project I saw probably on Pinterest, I don't know how long ago or from whom, so I apologize, but I want to recreate the idea for you today. So, I actually did this as a demo swap because I wanted to feature a bunch of the fall items from the new catalog for my swap, and this was a great way to showcase them. So with the All About Autumn Designer Series paper, okay, I've got these different prints that I've cut down to use on my collage. Now the three across the top and then down the side are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 squares. And then the center one here is a 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 on the collage. So I'm going to recreate the card using the Designer Series paper. I'm also tying in the Distressed Tile 3D folder. This is new in the fall catalog. And I'm stamping with the So Sincere stamp set. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you how this all comes together. Okay, so I've pre-embossed my card base, and I have a little paper ribbon here that I've embossed in well. So this is just 11 by 4 1/4. Okay, emboss the front, and this is 1 by 4 1/4 just to make a paper ribbon. We're going to set that aside for a minute. Then I have all of my pieces of Designer Series paper. So what I suggest is that you, if this is a great one to do with scrap, or if you just have a paper set that has lots of different prints and you want to use them, you know, kind of all together, lay out your grid first. So I kind of alternated between the coppery print and then the fall images. So you just kind of arrange them on your paper. Grid paper is great for this. Kind of decide what's going to go where. Get your colors the way you like them. And now I decided to do this all on crumb cake because it's a nice neutral. It's not white or vanilla, so it's a little more fall-ish. And it's a nice warm color, and it really complemented all of these prints. Okay, so I've got my grid laid out. Now I have a piece of crumb cake, which is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so it's going to be the size of my front, but I'm going to put all these papers on it so it's kind of all stays together. So I'm just going to put some liquid adhesive kind of everywhere, right? We're going to cover the whole piece, but I'm going to work in sections. So I'm just going right to the corner with my first piece, and then you just piece it as you go. Now the liquid adhesive is going to give you a little bit of wiggle room so you can maneuver those patterns, make sure they're all lining up, make sure they're on your edges, make sure they're all together. Okay? There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to come down the side. I'm going to do my small squares first. So I've got this one here. And this one here. And then my bottom. Okay, then I'm going to turn. I'm going this way. To my corner, and then my middle piece should fit right in there. And then I've got my opening for my 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. Now I chose to use the book image here because I just kind of felt like it was like warm, cozy fall, sit in front of a fire, enjoy a book. So there's all my pieces. Now, if you've got really good eyes, you can see that I've got a little gap here from lining it up, but that's okay because we're going to take care of it with our paper ribbon, so don't worry about it. Alright, so now I've got my layered base, and I've got my focal point that I'm just going to center on there and give that a press so everything adheres, especially when you're adhering to textured cardstock. And give it a little extra push. Okay, then I'm going to put my paper ribbon on. So it's just another piece of embossed cardstock. It's a great way to use cardstock instead of ribbon if you want. for a nice textured embellishment. I'm putting mine right about there. Okay, then for my sentiment, I'm using the one that says, be grateful for what you have, be proud of who you are. I think that's a really great sentiment. I really like the sentiments in this new set, so if you're looking for some encouraging, thankful, uplifting sentiments, it might be one you want to look at. So that's going to go right there. Now we have this beautiful copper ribbon. This is in the copper ribbon and natural ribbon combo pack in the fall catalog. So I'm just going to add a little bit behind there. So I want a little bit smaller than 4 1/4. So I'm going to go 4, and I'm just going to kind of guesstimate. So about there. I'm going to take 3 measures of it. 1, 2, 3. Trim that off. And then to get my ends just kind of nice and angled, just bring your ends together and give them a little snip at the same time. Okay, so I'll have a nice angled edge on there. Now, you can use liquid adhesive, you can use glue dots, whatever you want. I'm going to put 3 glue dots down the center of my paper ribbon, just so I can adhere this copper ribbon to my card. So I'm going to do a Z. So I'm going to go across the top, and I'm going to come back across the middle, and then go back out this way. And it looks like I'm a little bit long, so I could either extend my ribbon or I can just trim it off. I think I'm going to trim it off. So I'm just going to mimic my cut on here, that same angle. I'm good there. And then I'll use a couple of dimensionals to pop up my sentiment, because everything else is nice and flat. So this one can have a little bit of dimension behind it. And that's going to go right there. So there you go, guys. There's our show and tell for today. I hope you enjoyed. This is a really simple layout. Just use your grid paper, like I said, to help you plan out where you want your different elements and have fun with it. So you can join my newsletter, right? I share more information on my newsletter about my projects. You can also check out my project page on Pinterest and follow me from there. However you like to get your inspiration, I can probably be found there. So that's it, guys. Have a great day and do some fun stamping. Thanks. Bye-bye.